It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, that the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.
Good morning, Planet Flipside.
Good morning.
I'm Vixen Little Paul. This is Jerry Bump Up, and this is Straight Savage Mel.
That's a me.
And that's a you. Everybody got their coffee?
Yeah.
I even have my homespun magic cup today, guys.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Pretty.
Sorry, I was Googling. There's a new character for the MCU universe for Guardians of Galaxy 3. Go ahead.
Good morning, Brent. I forgot to do the giveaway last night because I'm not used to doing this yet. For those of you who don't know, I have a little Polaroid camera and I'm taking little shots throughout the show.
Oh.
And if you're over 18, if you're subscribed to the channel and you're part of the Discord server and willing to give me an address, you will be up for the honor of receiving some of these in a quaint little card I make myself. Oh, I look tired. I'm so sorry.
There's 16 new villagers coming to Animal Crossing.
Footage. Yeah, November 5th, there's going to be an update.
Why American Horror Story needs to bring back old themes. I still haven't even watched the newest episode. I'm fucking pissy with this season.
I was talking to Cherry earlier about, did everyone hear about Alec Baldwin?
Mm-hmm. I know there was something, but I didn't click on the article.
Well, basically, he fired a prop gun and killed the cinematographer, Helena Hutchins, and
she's no longer with us.
Yeah, and
which
I guess
crazy.
Or Helena Hutchins is the one, I can't remember. If anybody knows which one she is, if she's the one who got killed or if she's the one who was directing. I'm not sure if the way the article reads, they don't use a lot of punctuation. And this is the Los Angeles Times. So I'm confused.
Yeah.
But it reads, the assistant director on the set of Rust, where Alec Baldwin fired a prop gun that killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins, had previously allowed an unsafe work environment on productions, according to prop maker who worked with him. So I'm pretty sure she's the one who got shot.
Yeah.
And that Dave Hall was the assistant director. So, and he has a myriad of accusations of unsafe working environments. And also he wants to film even after the accidents happen. He wants to keep filming, not like stop and then keep filming, but keep filming while the accidents are happening. So
I know there's someone bleeding out over there, but let's just keep filming.
Let's film everyone's reaction is what I'm thinking. Let's get real time.
I'm thinking it doesn't fucking matter. Somebody's laying on the ground dying, and we need to do something about it. Fucking film.
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah. This is it's very as they say sus.
No cap.
No cap.
I'm looking at the new character for Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I want to see Dune. That looks really good.
My god, yes. Yes,
okay, those were in 7th grade. That was my favorite book series. The three original Dunes, and I probably reread it every year of my junior and high school career. So when I saw the first one, I loved it because I like David Lynch, and I knew it was going to be different than the books because it's David Lynch.
Well, also movies are always different.
And then Sci-Fi came out with their mini series, which was really close to the books, actually. Yeah, it was very close to the books. There's a few things that were not, but, again, cinematic. This one is supposed to be really good. And it's
not based, from what I understand, it's not going to be based off the books. It's an offshoot.
It's supposed to be based on the heritage books.
Yeah.
Well, I have no prior bias because I have not read any of the books, nor have I seen any of the other movies.
Oh,
I'm no bias.
I'm excited.
Here's your assignment for the week, Mel. Go watch the original Dune.
And
then
Children of Dune and God Emperor of Dune are the first 3 books.
Yes.
But I still haven't watched Lock and Key yet.
I know.
Ma'am, you have an assignment.
I knew the assignment. I understood the assignment. I'm sorry. I want to see the Black Adam too. So it looks good.
Hi, baby.
Good morning, trucker.
Morning.
I got up to take a shower and he was running out the door.
Aw.
Him said, "It's windy in Salina." I said, "Really?" I said, "We're supposed to get thunder boomers here in the next couple of hours."
So today, Brentley's going to be premiering on the show.
Yeah,
as our DM.
Yeah.
So at 1 o'clock, if you tune in, and check
that's
out
1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central, 11 a.m. Sorry, my brain farted. Mountain, and 10 a.m. Pacific. It's gonna be Brent and Jellybean and Dane and Jack and Polite and me. Shakes and nervous. Me too, Brent. Here's the thing. Like all the homework you gave us, I'm that kid that forgot to do her homework.
And she's going on about the assignment.
I've been busy, lady.
I'm busy.
I catch on really quick though, for the most part.
You will be judged.
Yeah, well,
you will be weighed
that's okay.
and measured.
People judge me all fucking day
and
long.
found wanting.
My fucks are not given. No,
or I have none.
Oh, my field's barren. I sold them all. I actually sold my fucks to be able to go buy more, and the store was out of fucks to grow.
Damn, that sucks.
That's rough.
So now I have no fucks to give or grow or sell.
Brent, where the character sheet video is 7 minutes long.
No, sir. No, sir. No. We will argue that because both videos that you sent me, one was 30 some odd minutes. The other one was 13 and a half minutes. Try again.
Okay.
Try again, sir.
Those are the ones about your character.
I have had a nervous breakdown this week. I have been on a semi. I have been to Colorado this week. I have been filming this week. I have been busy, sir. Yeah, it was 13.
It's crazy.
It was 13:34 exactly.
13 exactly. It's like, okay, so
don't ask why I remember that.
Back when we were still playing Gaming with a Newbie, we were playing on Doll server, and it was Nightmare Before Christmas skin on it. And Dakota had given me 11 gold carrots. I don't know why he gave me 11 gold carrots, but I remember him giving me 11 gold carrots. And at this time, I was very new. So I put them in my chest thinking, well, I'll put them in the chest. Somebody needs them, I'll have them. So weeks later, it was probably a couple months later almost, he brings this donkey into the game, into our building that we're making. And he's like, I said, do you need carrots? And he goes, just get a gold, we need gold carrots. And I got a hold of this donkey, right? I said, well, you gave me gold carrots. I never gave you gold carrots. I said, you gave me 11 gold carrots. They're in the chest. Told him exactly where they were. He went and got them. And Doll's like, no, he didn't give you gold carrots. There's no reason he would give you gold. Like,
then where the fuck these gold carrots come from?
I said 11 gold carrots. He finds them. He goes, I found him. I said, how many?
11.
Goes, 11. I said, if anyone doubts me again, y'all are in shit. I'm telling you.
Don't be nervous, Brent. It'll be fine.
It's going to be wonderful. You all are going to have a great time. I will be in the back room monitoring the situation.
Are you not playing?
No.
Not this time.
No.
I sat down to Jelly Bean to play. So her and Ding to play together.
Can you only have a certain number of people?
For his, yes.
Oh.
Which is perfectly fine.
It's the school. And once they get established, we'll start talking about a supers game.
What now?
I'll be running a superpower game. So I'll be running. It's kind of like D&D in that it's role playing, but it will be more of a probably future age, and people will have superpowers.
Oh.
I lost what I was doing for a second there.
Nah.
Where have I seen this guy before, you guys?
Who is it?
Oh, yes.
I know he played in
he was in The Maze Runner, I think.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He was, and he was also in Black Mirror Bandersnatch.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
It's a Netflix series.
Bandersnatch is a bad guy in the Wonderland.
No, okay, so in the Black Mirror world, it's on Netflix. Bandersnatch, I believe, was the interactive one where you could choose the story.
Oh, those are weird.
Yeah, and it was like, you remember the books where you chose your own story?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Choose your own adventures.
But it was like, it was on Netflix. It was very, like, it kept me interested.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, this is weird.
This is a lot of work for a TV show.
Nah.
I would think. Just entertain me, goddammit.
He was in The Maze Runner. Okay.
I love those movies. I like dystopian societies, though. I like
Me
those
too.
kind of movies. It's my shtick.
That was probably the last series I read. This has been a while since I've read anything, honestly.
Well, I was really disappointed when I watched the movie Golden Compass, only because I knew when I watched it, they couldn't make the rest of them.
Yeah.
I was like, you just killed the whole storyline by that ending.
Right.
You need those pivotal things had to happen for the next story.
And they did.
My mom's like, should I read Gold Compass? It's not called the Gold Compass series. That's the first book. It's His
Dark Materials.
Thank you. His Dark Materials. And I told my mom, no, you don't want to read these because it should be subtitled How to Kill God. That really should be the subtitle of the book. Let's just kill God.
So apparently Thanos' brother is coming to the MCU.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's an article on it on Google.
In what movie, do we know?
The Eternals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it says, spoilers ahead for Eternals. The arrival of Thanos' brother Eros, aka Star Fox, could redefine the power structure in the MCU. Marvel Studios is debuting an entire slate of superheroes via Academy Award winner It's from the Eternals, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But aside from the main team of heroes, the franchise is also setting up the MCU for the Titan known as Star Fox that will be played by Harry Styles. And the one movie about going to Mexico from the Devil's Lettuce, getting paid for this. Oh, are you talking about?
Are we? No.
Was it the one with Jennifer Aniston and what's his name? And they were like supposed to be the family.
Yeah. Not are we there yet? I wasn't.
Anyway, the MCU is getting is getting Thanos' brother. Yay. That should be fun.
I know that Doctor Strange, the second Doctor Strange movie, is coming out soon. So I want to see that. I'm very excited about that one.
Disney finally released Black Widow so we could actually watch it without having to pay for it, which put me on a string of...
It was so good.
It was okay.
I liked it a lot.
It was okay. It was...
I liked it because it was funny.
It was funny. I'll give you that.
It was hilarious.
It was funny. Especially the whole hero pose thing. But like...
Did you flip your hair like...
and you do the thing. See? Hero landing. So weird.
You're a poser.
But in the very ending of it is... It's kicking me in the teeth because they're going to send the sister after Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy about that.
Well, I think it'll be for a good show, a good movie.
Right. And then I got to see tidbits of Hawkeye's movie coming out, which is going to be really good. I don't know what it was about the movie that made me go, this was subpar. Like, this is supposed to be millions of dollars worth of production, and it
not
wasn't that great for me.
Yeah.
Maybe my standards are too high. I don't fucking know.
Maybe it's because the character was already dead in the universe.
Yeah, that could be that too. Like,
yeah.
I need to sit down and watch them in order, which is going to be completely out of order of how they were released. Well, much like Star Wars.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the MCU stuff, just stop listening. Because I don't know how to
go ahead
do this covertly. It would have made her her sacrifice much more, even more so heartbreaking if that would have been shown first before the last Avengers movie.
Brentley, have you watched What If or have you read the What Ifs? Because that's part of the What If series.
Reading the What Ifs are different. The old What Ifs are way different than the
right, but
new series.
Disney has a new series out for the What Ifs, and Ultron does actually make an appearance for 2 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
Remember that Disney wants to make World War Hulk movie. I'm not happy with that. I don't think that would be a good idea.
That's really bad idea since he's not that old.
Oh, Jesus. Ultron can suck it.
Nah.
Not one of hubby's favorites.
Not one of mine either. Not one of mine either, honestly.
I didn't care for any of the What Ifs, actually. I was like...
They're just supposed to put a spin on it. They're not supposed to.
I know, but they were boring.
I mean...
I was not entertained.
Background noise.
Yeah, that's all it was for me, too. I played Candy Crush during them. This is one of my necklaces. This is the broken skull one.
Vixie, quit putting shit between your tits to break it.
I broke it. Hubby said there was a fairy and I broke his skull and he died happy.
Well, accurate.
So
other than that, guys, we got nothing to go to church on today. What the fuck? It's Sunday.
No, I don't feel like churching. There's nothing I feel churching in my bone.
How do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
I love it. On pizza.
I'm absolutely.
That was not as fun as I thought it was going to be.
People are so livid about it. I'm like, if you don't want it, don't eat it.
Why? Yeah.
Pick it up like everybody else.
Who cares? Yeah.
Don't put it on your fucking pizza if you don't fucking want it.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
But other people are enjoying the hurting bad.
The hurting bad fun?
Yeah, the hurting bad fun. They already did Ragnarok, I know.
Look, Disney is going to pull this thing out as much as they possibly can because they can't make a whole lot more money on Star Wars anymore since they have now produced, and put the last 3 movies out into existence. So,
yes, they could.
They're moving on to Marvel.
It's time for a new generation of Star Wars.
No! Look, I'm all about hearing about what was going on during the reign of the Skywalkers and beforehand. But they already fucked it up.
This is true.
So I don't want to hear anything else about what happened after.
I'm curious. I admit it.
Like, where the fuck are the Jedi twins?
I want to know
if you're tell me that Luke and Leia were the only Jedi twins, you're wrong. What?
I want to know what C-3PO, the Sith Master, has in store for us now.
Ooh.
You know, after seeing the first 3 movies, 1, 2, and 3, you realize every time he says "by the Maker," he's talking about
speaking about himself.
No, he's talking about Darth Vader.
Oh,
Anakin Skywalker is the one who created him.
No,
C-3PO, yes, he is. He built him for his mother.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I'm wrong.
He just keeps getting his mind wiped, so he doesn't know what's going on. R2-D2, on the other hand, remembers everything.
So check this out. We were on our way home yesterday, and we stopped at this truck stop in Kansas called Mittens, and it's amazing. And I almost spent all the money we don't have on waffle makers because they were all Star Wars.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Was supposed to make a comeback or something.
Actually, they were talking about that, but of course he's pretty dead.
Yeah, he's pretty dead now.
He's crunchy dead. So they were talking
that
about...
That doesn't matter, though, in Star Wars.
It's
much like Supernatural. It doesn't fucking matter if you're dead. You can always come back.
But anyways, there was going to be... He was supposed to be more of a big bad than we thought he was, because they alluded to that in Solo.
Well, the thing is if you watch if you go by the timeline, Solo was going on either right before or during the time of Anakin being brought in.
Right.
Okay. So, of course, he's going to make an appearance because it's in the same timeline. But you're not going to see him after the first 3 because he's dead. Yeah. Which, if they were put out in order, the first 3 that were put out are actually the middle 3. Mm-hmm. And then when we got the 3 that were put out in the early 2000s, those are actually the first 3. And the ones that have recently been put out are the actual last 3.
And they also did talk about bringing a female of whatever Darth Maul's race is. I cannot remember.
Yeah.
I am, a nerd, but I can't remember what his race is, especially right now.
Well, they fucked it up, Brent. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Brent, however, Ragnarok in the comics and Thor years ago. Yeah.
All I can tell you is when I watched the last of the Star Wars and they killed off fucking Han, and Chewie lost his shit.
That wasn't.
I lost my shit.
The way it was supposed. That wasn't the way it was written.
I know it wasn't supposed to be the way that.
But he broke his leg on set. Harrison Ford broke something on set.
Dathomirian. Yeah, something like that.
Do you have your
Brett knows his shit.
Spring of comfort. Well, and the thing is when you go from written structure to film structure, there's going to be creative differences that are going to happen. It's going to piss people off because they're not going to stick directly to whatever was written. Just like with The Walking Dead. Daryl was never a character in the graphic novels. Ever. Not once. And now he's a main character on the fucking show because of creative liberties.
Well, and usually fan service does that too. The fans start to like things.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
That's
like
why he was kept on, was because he became a quick fan favorite.
Yeah.
That's been something that's been known for since the fucking Walking Dead came out.
Well, that's been something since TV.
Don't get me.
Well, no, she's just saying
started.
there's been common knowledge since the beginning.
No. Here's the thing, Brent. Don't get me started on the fucking Dark Phoenix saga, because that was my shit. Okay,
me too. I read that like from stem to stern. I read that as it came out.
Dark Phoenix saga. That was my shit.
Yeah.
And they fucked it up, and I'm pissed about it.
It was nothing like the comics. Nothing even remotely. The only thing is there was Jean Grey. That's it.
Do what? Sorry, I was reading.
I said in the Dark Phoenix saga, it was nothing like the comics at all. There was no similarity in storyline. The only
Even
thing
when
that
they
was
filmed the original, when they tried to do the original, with the older actors,
yeah,
they fucked it up then too.
Yes, that was my favorite series in the X-Men universe. Yeah. And I'm like, really? We didn't even have any Hellfire Club. No Hellfire Club. That was like the pivotal of that whole storyline. Jesus. Baby Jesus is crying over that one.
Well, we leave him out of it because he doesn't exist in the, supernatural universe.
Solo was not that early in the timeline, about 10 years before A New Hope, which means 20 years after Phantom Menace.
I didn't see the...
Oh, Maul literally had a cybernetic bottom half in Solo.
Well, see, I didn't see that, especially if it was at the very end. I kind of got distracted.
It was at the very end.
I'll go back and watch it sometime this week. I'm sorry. Now I'll be on a Star Wars kick this week, guys, and I'll have to watch them all in fucking order.
You're welcome. Although I had nothing to do with it.
My brother used to watch the... A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. Return of the
nerds. Sorry.
Almost every day after school.
You know what I watched every day after school? Oh my God. Garbage Pail Kids.
Guiding Light.
I watched garbage. We would always go, and when I was in kindergarten, there was this babysitter that picked us up from school, and we'd go to her house, and I'm telling you, every day we watched the Garbage Pail Kids.
Well, if you enjoyed it.
Well, I wasn't the only kid, so I really didn't have much to say. I think my brother and her son were really the ones picking it. I mean, I love the movie. It has a special place in my heart now.
It has a special place in your heart?
My heart.
You only saw his face in Solo, probably says.
Okay, well, I'll go back and I'll start rewatching the whole fucking universe, but I'm just saying.
But I've seen Solo like 3 times. I thought that was a really good movie. I don't know what it was, but I really liked it.
But I think 2 of the times I was kind of really distracted. The first time I watched it, I'm honestly going to tell you I was on a pirate ship, and it was very gritty because it was cam footage, not HD footage.
Yeah, I don't watch
that. So
I just don't.
I have Disney Plus, but that doesn't mean that that's going to be the first thing that I'm going to reach for every time I get on Disney Plus.
Yep. Did oh shoot, what was I going to say? Oh, I forgot to tell you, I got the blocking board that you sent me.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Let me know how that works, because it looks like I need it.
It's the one thing I like is the posts are metal, not wood, so they won't warp. So, and it's oak.
Is
so
it?
It's really nice. Yeah, it's a really nice oak hardwood. So I'm very excited about it. And I got my big thing, my pound of white acrylic. So to start going in that direction too. So it's pretty exciting.
I started working on Christmas for the show, and all I'm gonna say is Mel's gonna giggle because she's gonna be sparkly.
Sparkly!
Sparkly!
I like sparkly. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. I do have to buy more. I have to buy more polyfill because I'm down to like my last pound and a half of polyfill out of 10. Yeah, dude, that's about as much as I have right now, honestly, out of a fucking 10-pound box.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been making a lot of amigurumi lately, though. And that fucking panda, he took a good fucking 5 pounds.
Yeah. But he's cute.
He is cute. She better fucking like him. That's all I got to say.
Or
because if she doesn't, I'm going to take him home and then I'm going to sell him for a couple $100.
Well, you could.
I've had 3 people ask me how much. They're like, "How much do you want for him?" I was like, "He starts no less than $3.50." They're like, $3. I'm like, "No, $350."
No. I would stop the conversation at that point. Like, you're seriously joking.
Well, and I've had a couple people tell me, "Well, give me a little bit." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll give you a little bit
too."
Right. Like, I have the pattern. It's not going anywhere. And by all means, if you want to buy it, I'm not going down on the price. If anything, and you keep bugging me about it, I'll just keep going up.
Yeah. It starts at $3.50.
Right. Like, and when I told Doll how much I would, the least I would take for it, she was like, no. You're going to sell him for like $500. And I was like, okay, no. We'll start at $150 and go from there. And then I decided on $350 because, I mean, he's going to be, he already is. From the bottom of his butt to the top of his ears, he's 2 foot tall, and his legs are another foot, if not foot and a half. So he's 3/4 of my size. Like, I'm going to take a picture one of these days of him standing in front of me, and he's going to hit, like, right below my tits.
I saw him in your chair.
Yeah, he sits in my chair. Like, hold on, guys. I'll put him in the chair just so you guys can see. Like, this motherfucker is a monster. He could run the show, y'all.
He big.
He fits in the chair.
And that's him sitting down.
Yeah. If I stood him up. Ah, shit.
Oh,
fuck. Hold on. We're good.
If I stand him up, then I can destroy my whole
almost just dropped
setup.
coffee all over the laptop.
Oh, maybe don't do that.
Yeah, no. Maybe not today.
Cherry is 4 foot tall. Hubby.
I mean, I'm very close to being.
I'm 5'2"3/4.
If I'm 5'2". Okay, so I've lost. It depends on what shoes I'm wearing. Because if I'm wearing like sneakers or whatnot, then I'm 5'2". If I'm wearing boots, I'm 5'2". But flat-footed, I'm like 5'1", 5'1.5". But I just say I'm 5'2" to give myself the extra ego boost because I have shrank 3 inches in the last 15 years of my life because my spine is decompressing.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, I also have like all the females on both sides of my family. We're all very small. Like, my biological mother is 5 foot even. My sister is 4'11". My mama on my dad's side was 4'8". My nana on my mom's side was 4'10". So like, and even my aunts on my mother's side were all right around the 5 foot. I'm the tallest one until
recently.
You get to my uncle's kids, where he's got a daughter who's almost 6 foot.
Yeah.
But me, I'm like,
my sister, she's probably maybe like 3 inches, maybe 4 inches taller than me. And she told me one time when we were younger, she's 7 years younger than me. She told me one time when we were younger, and she was already taller than me at this point. She said, when you talk, all I hear is babble, babble, I'm short.
Oh, smart ass.
What do you hear when mom talks? She said, blah, 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 I'm a bitch.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Dang.
Yeah. That's my sister.
How old was she?
Oh, she might have been 16. I don't know. That was a long time.
That's kind of the age.
Yeah.
Well, and I've always gotten the question, what would you do if you were taller? Be able to reach stuff without having to climb?
Yeah.
It's not going to make that much of a fucking difference. I mean, if I really want to be tall, I'll put on heels and I'll be 5'8".
I used to just pull myself on top of the cupboard ledge.
Yeah, that's what I
And-
do. I have a
and-
stool that I walk around my house with if I need something, especially if I got to get in the washer, because the washer actually sets up on a platform. The washer and dryer do.
The washer
So I
and
really
dryer
can't
are
get in
hard for
there.
me.
Yeah, so
And I'm tall.
if even at ground level, I still have to like jump up on the washer to go in to get the stuff on the bottom. So we've got a stool that carts around with me around the house. If I'm in the kitchen, I don't need it because I've got chairs, or I can just climb up on the counters. Like, it's not a big deal. I've adapted. This is my life. If I go to Walmart, I make sure that Justin's with me, and if he's not around, I just climb the fucking shelves like a moron, whatever.
My mother does that. She's old now, too. She should not be doing that. I'm like, one of these days it's going to break, or you're going to fall, and it's going to be bad. Just look around for the tallest guy or woman you can find. Either one, I don't care.
Isn't that how
And
she hurt herself last time?
In her garage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which she's getting all the mechanical stuff taken out of her leg soon.
Well,
woman is crazy.
and I giggle when people say that, short girls are meaner because they're closer to hell. No, motherfucker, we're not meaner because we're closer to hell. It's because of assholes that are tall making fun of us our whole fucking lives.
I ask people who are taller than me to get stuff for me all the time, right, honey?
I do this. I do the point.
I'm 5'7". I still can't always reach stuff. And at the grocery store, I always ask because I know I'm going to do something stupid because my middle name's Gracie Malloy, I swear. I'll do something. It'll all come tumbling down on top of my head, or I'll fall. It'll be terrible. So I always look for the tallest guy and say, hey, you mind reaching that for me? They're like, sure. Most of the time.
Right.
I once had a woman tell me no.
I'd have thrown something. I'd have climbed up the shelves, grabbed whatever I needed, and thrown one of them on top of her head.
I just looked at her like,
rude much?
You are not nice. So
I'm working on my
but
third
then a
one
guy
currently.
came running to my rescue.
I've got half of my third loan paid off. So
y'all are so cute. I played twice.
I played
a couple hours both times.
I got the house. Then I got the house made bigger, and now I have a bedroom. So
I made my house bigger, and I was supposed to have gotten a third room. And I went to my house, and I'm like, what did I misunderstand? There's not another room. Like, it changed the roof too. I was like, did I misread that? Was I only changing the roof? I thought I was getting another room. Do you know what color
my roof is, Mel?
Listen, wait, I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm not done. So, and then like a day or so ago, I went to rearrange my main area, my living room, and I moved this giant shelf that I had next to my workbench.
And that's where the room was.
That's where the room was. The shelf was so tall and wide, it covered the entire entrance.
I had where they put mine. The first room that they build on after they expand the house is in the back of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my wardrobe and my mirror right there. They put it behind my mirror. But do you know what color my roof is, Mel?
What color is your roof?
Did you pick purple?
I did.
I went teal. I didn't. Purple was too obvious. I didn't do it.
Well, it was either that or pink. And I wasn't happy with the pink, so.
Yeah.
Not happy. Not happy, Bob. So yeah, I have to play some Animal Crossing at some point. Not today, though. Today is all about Mario Kart. If I play anything, I'm playing Mario Kart. Because I'm ready to kick some butt. Take some names.
Well, yesterday, so we did the show yesterday morning, and then I was going to jump on and play, but then I was like, Justin was at his mom's house helping her with something most of the day, and I didn't want to, like... I'm not
little subliminal messaging there.
Man, you send me all of your bells.
It's like Buffy meets Chicken Run. Oh, sorry.
But
some of you'll get that.
I didn't want him to, all I did all day yesterday was just play video games. So like I literally avoided my school all day until we got off of the show last night, and then I played for a little bit and ended up falling asleep. But
He was like, I don't care if you played video games all day. Now, mind you, I have a kitchen that I need to clean because I didn't do it last night after we got done with dinner because we did a show last night and then I went to bed. So
Cherry was actually tired and went to bed.
Yeah.
We support.
Yes.
It was very strange. But Justin's alarms this morning, I could have fucking murdered him because I swear to God, they went off like every 5 fucking minutes.
I hate that.
I said, if you pop that gum one more time, I did.
So I went and got my car worked on yesterday. And it's my ex that does it, you know, the baby daddy. And I was hanging out with his wife because it's creepy how like we are. Like, it's a little
You
scary.
have a co-parenting relationship.
Yeah. We do, but the ex and I are like almost the same person. But anyway, so she's been playing Mario Kart with Tiny Mel, and Tiny Mel kept telling her, "Oh, my mom could kick your butt, and she's so good," and all this stuff. And I'm like, "Don't hype me up like that. Then I'm gonna get on there and do bad."
Right.
So we were. Tiny Mel wasn't there. She was at a birthday party. So I was over there at their house, and she and I were playing Mario Kart while Jerkface was working on my car, and we're sitting in the living room. We're just laughing and having a good time and playing Mario Kart. I was like, I brought my Switch. You want to play Mario Kart? She's like, yeah.
Nice.
And he walks in and we're sitting there laughing and cutting up and whatever. He shakes his head and walks right back.
I was going to say, that must be disturbing a bit.
She was like, is that weird for you?
But here's the thing, is having that kind of relationship makes things easier.
It really does.
On the whole family.
It really does.
Because at one point, before I married husband number 3,
and I kicked her ass
good relationship with my kids' stepmom and a semi-decent relationship with their dad. And then, you know, I married husband number 3 and they didn't like the fact that he was pothead and they thought that I was doing nothing more than drugs. So that kind of got tanked. But while we were in the what I call the good state, it made things so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because I had this saying of 2 moms is better. Wait.
Because when you butt heads, then there's a power struggle, and that's where everything falls apart.
Right. And it was 2 moms make a right instead of 2 no's.
Right.
Make
2 wrongs make a right. Yeah.
Yeah. Or 2 wrongs make a right. It was 2 moms make a right.
Yeah.
And it worked really well for us. But, you know, then husband number 3 came in and they didn't like him. And and there's history. Okay, fine, whatever. We're all going to move on at this point. My children are adults, whatever. But when people can co-parent together, regardless if the original parents can stay together, like when it comes down to that situation, if it's better for the parents to split, then by all means. As long as you can have a good functioning co-parenting relationship, it makes it easier on everybody because there is less stress. And because communication is key with everything. So
everything.
I absolutely fucking commend you for that.
I'd rather talk to her than him.
Well, yeah.
Like, what's going on? No, just let me talk to her. Just let me talk to her.
She knows what's going on.
Because he, you can't talk to him, and it's not like he's being a jerk kind of thing. He just doesn't make sense.
Right.
There's not logic. There's just not, and it doesn't make sense.
I always told my kids as dad, you're a smart motherfucker. You just have no common sense.
Right.
Duh. That would drive me crazy.
And
he's got his uses.
Is a very smart
he's good with
cars. He just has no fucking common sense.
You fix the car.
He's a mechanic, you know. He can do things.
I have a Justin for that. He's the mechanic.
Vinny was the mechanic in this family. It's me.
Well,
I can do a little bit, but not much.
I can do what needs to be done. Okay.
Classic combustion engine, I'm good. You start putting all those computer parts in, I'm screwed.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Like, I will crawl in an engine block as long as it is pre-1990.
Yeah, pretty much. I look at the newest stuff. Hubby opened up the hybrid when we had the little hybrid. Opened it up, and it is literally a block of plastic sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
What I do with that?
Nothing you can do with that except break it.
The funny thing is the last car that I owned was an 03 Ford Focus, and I gave it to the teenager. Okay, so he can have something to be able to learn how to work on cars with.
Yeah,
right.
I can pull the engine out of that bitch in 30 fucking minutes. I shit you not, because I've done it like 4 times.
Right.
Because to get to the fucking water pump or the alternator, you have to lift the engine out, because it's
Yeah.
behind the engine, and it's a compact
Because we
car,
love
so
Ford.
it's tiny. Yeah, but when Justin and I were living at the old house and he had the Taurus, now mind you, I didn't know how to change a tire until I was 35 years old because I was raised by mechanics. So if I ever had a problem, I just picked up the phone and said, "Hey, can you come change my tire? I'll help you work on the car, but can you change my tire?"
I learned how to do that before I learned how to drive a car. My dad was like, you need to know how to do this and this and this.
My
First
dad was
tire I ever
very
changed
women are
was
in the
bigger
kitchen.
than a car. It was on a front loader tractor.
Why am I not surprised?
Because it needed to be done.
There was a point
was
where
no
when we had the
Ioana.
Taurus, Justin was already on the road at this point, and we were changing the brakes out on the Taurus, and he had to leave. So he told me, he was like, "Just leave it." And I was like, "No, it needs to come off. We need to, we need to get this moving along." So he says, "Well, whatever you do, don't get the torque wrench." So the first thing that I did was I went out and got the fucking torque wrench, and I took the goddamn tire off, and he was like, "You didn't. Is it okay? Is it okay?" I said, "Yeah, it came off just fine. I didn't fuck it up." He came home and he looked at it. He goes, "You didn't fuck it up. Holy shit!" It was fine.
The first tire I changed was because a sow got out, and I don't know if you've ever seen. No, I'm sure you all know what a pig looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, a sow is a female pig who's had babies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they are fucking huge. They're bigger than a toddler.
Yeah.
They're huge, and they're mean.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're holy shit mean, right? Well, she was pissed. Somehow she got out. I don't know how. I never asked.
Determination.
And she came up, and I have never seen this happen before or since. She took a bite out of the tractor tire.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Right through the cables and everything.
That's a bite you don't want to be anywhere near.
No wonder they eat people. Bones and all.
Yeah.
The only thing they don't need
so
is your
here's a
teeth.
fun fact. You remember how I had to go buy the stud finder to put up the shelves that I bought over a month ago?
Right. Sound like me.
So I picked up the stud finder because I walked past it last night, and Justin was asking about the shelves. He's like, "You've had that stud finder for like 2 weeks and you haven't put your shelves up." I was like, "Because I need a drill." He's like, "What do you need a drill for?" So I hand him the instructions. I was like, "But the shelves aren't long enough to go from stud to stud." And he was like, "Oh." And he looks at the instructions and he looks at the wall and he looks at the stud finder and looks at me. He goes, "You'll be fine." So I've been waiting this whole time for him to help me put up these fucking shelves to find out I could do it my fucking self. And it'll be fine. But I don't know where the fucking drill's at.
It'll be fine. You have to put anchors in. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just making sure that I
understood. Where the
understood.
fuck the drill's at?
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It will be.
Jerry!
I mean, the walls are sheetrock. It'll be fine.
Not today, Jerry.
It's not okay, Gregory.
It's not okay. Oh, if y'all wonder what we talk about, go back. Watch some reruns.
Do you know how many reruns?
Those
I
are
love that
called
we have
inside jokes.
Running gags.
Link me where the joke started from, and then I'll be okay.
No, that's part of the fun.
You got to see some of the Gregory. You were here.
You were here for the Gregory one.
Not the first time around, but like the third.
That's okay. Oh, it's not okay, Gregory. It's not okay. So yesterday I went to the ER to get my leg checked. By the way, everything's fine. They don't even think there's an infection. But we're gonna do antibiotics starting tomorrow, just in case.
Just to be safe.
Because I have a blood disorder, just so you know. And but anyway, so you know how quiet of a person I am. So every tech that comes in to perform any of the exciting stuff like x-rays, or they had to do x-rays to make sure my bone wasn't fractured, because that could happen and cause weird skin stuff. And I told them it wasn't, but they didn't believe me. And they took all this blood. So I had a phlebotomist, a nurse, a PA, some x-ray tech, and an ultrasound tech. And of course I'm talking, and the ultrasound tech's like, hey, I know you.
TikToker here.
Here.
Oh, wow.
So hi, buddy. If you're watching, you're awesome. And Benedict Cumberbatch. That's who you were talking about.
That's hilarious.
He was like, Benedict. I'm like, Benedict Arnold. And he lost it. He started laughing so hard, I thought he was going to pee himself. And I'm like, what? he's like, you know who I'm talking about. He said, it's Benedict Cumberbatch. But, and then he's like, oh, I know who you are. So all of a sudden, the whole nurses station, if you're watching, we love you and thank you for taking care of us.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking care of our
Bitsy. From the doctors that may have tried to kill her.
Yeah.
That's what nurses' jobs are, is to keep you from dying from the doctors.
Oh, and this nurse was cool. She was a traveling nurse. I don't know if y'all know what a traveling nurse is.
Yes.
But traveling nurses are the shit.
Yes.
These are some powerful people. They take their knowledge and they go and work as substitute nurses all over the United States, wherever they need it.
Yeah, and the thing is like if they live in a certain, okay, so take somebody from my area, from southern New Mexico. Okay, we have a lot of rattlesnake bite issues. So somebody who has knowledge of rattlesnake venom and how to treat a bite can go to another part of the country, make a shitload of money on teaching other nurses how to treat wounds.
So yeah,
because I do know a traveling nurse who did that. Matter of fact, my next door neighbor here in Kansas is a traveling nurse.
And let me tell you, I love it when I get them because they're the only ones who do one stick wonders.
Yes.
They stick your arm once and boom, you got the IV. I love it. Because the first thing I said before we started talking was, okay, here's how we do this.
Right.
You stick me. If you don't get a thread, you pull it out and you stick me again. If you dig around, I will hit you.
So
just laying it on the table. This is the way it works.
If I have to have an IV or any kind of blood work done, I always tell the phlebotomist and the nurses, first thing that comes out of my mouth, I have rolling veins.
Everyone
no, you don't. You don't know what you're talking about. Nobody has rolling veins. As soon as that needle, so much, or catheter, so much as touches my skin, my veins go bloop. And nurses go, oh, you do have rolling veins. You do know what you're talking about.
Well,
no,
that's
motherfucker, I said it for my own fucking conscience.
No, every time I go up to a new doctor or anyone new takes my history and I tell them that I had a 55-pound cyst, never fails. They put it in quotation marks until they can verify it with the doctor who performed the surgery to remove the cyst.
You just need to literally print out your medical records for what they will give you.
I have a 12-inch long scar on my abdomen. What do you think? I did that at home because I wanted to sell my story?
Well, what I'm saying, though, is...
You should have had it bronzed and taken it with you every time you be a new doctor.
Yeah, there you go. This is my 55-pound cyst, guys.
Be a lot heavier with the bronzing on it.
I was going to say you have to get a dolly.
Okay, so we can go buy you a little cart like I have, because I've got a little cart that I use around my yard. Speaking of my
yard, a wagon, we're good.
I have a wagon.
They asked me for my meds. I knew they were going to ask me for my meds at the doctor's yesterday, so before I left, I wrote them all down on a note in my phone because I'll never remember.
No.
And they're like, "What meds do you take?" And I'm like, "Prepared." I'm like, "Yes, I am." And then, I forgot to tell hubby. Hubby wrapped up my leg so it was nice and taut and so it wouldn't hurt as much. And two of the nurses told me what an excellent wrap job. Who did the bandaging? That's a really excellent job. So,
way to go, hubby!
Go, hubby. Two professionals said, yeah, thumbs up. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then I went and bought him soup.
Soup? Was it good soup?
Oh, it was so good. It's Panera broccoli soup. It's my favorite. I looked at my mom. I'm like, I want soup. And I don't want to make it.
There.
They're
Justin
good.
asked me. He said,
they have good coffee too.
I said, they make soup and sandwiches. And he said,
they have, well, what they started out as was a coffee roasting company because they wanted to hire me when they first opened, and I was making too much money where I was working at that time to come over.
Right.
And but I did have lunch with the guy. I can't even remember his name. He was one of the original people. And we talked about stuff. And I said, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it all the way. Because he was talking about baking bread. And I said, if you're going to bake bread, you make pastries. Especially if you're going to be doing coffee. And now it's all about the bread and pastries, not the coffee.
It was Vixie did it.
And it started.
I was just thinking that this morning. As huge as Jacksonville is, there aren't that many bagel places anymore.
Einstein
and
bagels.
the only place really to get a decent bagel is
Einstein
Panera.
Bagels is what?
We don't have them here.
Everywhere around here.
We don't have one in Kansas at all. I don't.
We used to have a place called
There's
Bagel
one in
Time, and my
Kansas
friend and I
City,
went there
but-
every weekend and would get the same thing.
There's
It
a
was
mom
delicious.
and pop bagel place here. I can't remember what it's called. And they're really good bagels.
It's hard to find bagels here, and we're huge. Why don't we have bagels?
Go to
It's
the
not as
fucking
big as
grocery
anymore.
store.
No,
Go to
you
the
want
grocery
those,
store.
Those aren't good bagels compared
No.
to no.
I'm not a bagel connoisseur.
Einstein bagels are really. I wasn't
I'm not a
either
bagel
until I worked in
connoisseur, but I like them fresh.
when I worked in Pennsylvania, we made bagels at the coffee house that I worked at, and this was like a little coffee house on the side of a little. I think we had 3 tables. Okay, this is how small the place was, because it was a little nook of a bookstore. It was just a little bookstore in the middle of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Actually, it was in Kingston across the river, but I lived in Wilkes-Barre. And it was tiny, but let me tell you, the Jewish community was real.
Oh yeah.
And I learned about scooping bagels. This woman comes in. Okay, it's my first day. And they hired me basically because of all my experience, so they weren't worried, And when it came to coffee, no problem. I actually taught them a thing or two, about how to pour and stuff like that. And this lady comes in, she goes, I'd like a bagel, scooped, toasted, with cream cheese and lox. And I sat there for a second, looked at the girl next to me and said, I'm stumped. Didn't think it would happen on my first day, but I'm stumped. You take a spoon and you dig all the bread out of the bagel and then you toast it. And I looked at her, and after it was all said and done, I looked at the girl who was training me and said, why don't they just get crackers? She thought I was brilliant.
Well, I mean, you're gonna gut the bagel. It's basically just the skin.
Yeah, and then when you toast it, it's like a cracker.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't someone make bagel crisps?
Oh, lots of people.
Yeah,
make
there's
it
lots of
nowadays.
companies
This
that
was
do.
way before that, though. This was like 25 years ago.
But it's a cracker bowl.
It's a cracker bowl. Oh, and when they say they want bagel, they want cream cheese and lox, they want you to fill that thing. They're eating cream cheese and lox. And lox smell bad. Just so you know, they smell bad.
Mel says that she gets a blueberry bagel with extra cream cheese. I am a sucker for a cinnamon raisin bagel.
With butter. I just like butter.
Yeah. Well, and I like cream cheese, don't get me wrong. But sometimes...
Oh, I can't do that anymore. When I was a kid, it was fine.
Right.
But now, my tummy don't like it.
I also like, actually, a bagel, a cinnamon raisin bagel with ham and cheese on it.
I
Holy
don't like
cow, that's
ham
good.
lunch meat. That's another big
Who said anything about ham lunch meat? Ham.
Well, if you're going to put ham on it.
Ham. Real ham.
Most people are going to assume ham lunch meat because you want it to be a sandwich.
I'll do some lunch meats. Hubby makes me a deli dinger every now and then. It's very good.
I'm picky about my lunch meats. Like,
So am I.
there's brands that I just don't like.
Just so you know, the shinier your lunch meat is, the more sodium content there is.
Yes.
Get low sodium and it'll look like real meat.
I introduced Justin last night on how I like to eat breakfast, and I think I've come up with a name for it. And we're gonna call it the mountain, because you take your hash browns, put your hash browns down, then you put your bacon down, then you put your eggs on that, and then if you want cheese, you put cheese on that, and then you put sausage gravy on top of that. So it's a mountain. But it's so good because it just all mixes together because you get a bite of everything in every bite.
Longhorn Steakhouse used to have this thing called the Rocky Top Chicken.
They still have it.
No, they don't. Not
the one here does.
Really? Well, they stopped carrying it here a long time ago. But So
Chipotle used to have cauliflower rice, and I loved it because
they had it for a limited time, and it pisses me off that they don't have it no more.
Well, I make Rocky Top rubble. I cube up my chicken and saute it up real quick, and then I just throw everything on it and stick it in the oven for a couple seconds and bring it out.
Why not Cracker Barrel? Because Cracker Barrel is like a 30-minute drive for me. Your favorite Pop-Tart is store brand brown sugar and cinnamon?
No, somebody said Cracker Bowl, and I made a joke about
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. Oh, okay.
My favorite Pop-Tarts, I don't care what brand they are cherry.
I don't know why, but I prefer like just the cheapo store brand Pop-Tarts over
I
Kellogg's.
like cherry pastry strudels.
Oh, those are good too. Cherry really pretty much anything for me.
Not that I eat Pop-Tarts anymore, but
it's okay to have one every once in a while, Mel. It's not going to kill you.
It might.
Yeah. Just make sure you take the meds.
Yeah, cherry, not Vixie.
See, and like when Justin comes home or I'm on the truck with Justin, as long as he takes his meds and his blood sugar doesn't get too high, I'm like, yeah, you can have that, but you have to have self-control. So we both are learning self-control.
Right. I cheat now and then, but
yeah.
For the most part, as far as the store brand
microwave,
it's coffee.
But my sugar is always where it's supposed to be in the morning, so.
That's really good when you feel
Kroger's and Walmart brand extra butter popcorn, microwave butter pop is my favorite.
Yep.
I don't like Orville Redenbacher. You can hate me all you want.
I like making my popcorn in a pan.
Vixie, what was the name of those open-faced ham and cheese sandwiches? Tell them how you make them.
Everything ham sandwiches. Okay, so you know the everything bagels?
I use like 3 different kinds of cheese.
Sorry. Yeah, everything bagel seasoning? Yeah,
pretty much. Everything bagel seasoning, only I did it myself. I didn't buy it. Poppy seeds, sesame seeds, dried onions, dried garlic.
Yeah.
You put this all down. Well, you butter a sheet pan. It's a half sheet pan, but to you people, it's probably a sheet pan. Because the full ones don't fit in my oven.
To you people.
To you people who don't work in restaurants. And then I would take pizza dough and spread it out in the whole sheet pan. Pat it down really good. And then I put slices of white American cheese down.
Mm-hmm.
And then ham. And then on top of that, I put Cabot's extra sharp white cheddar. Extra sharp white cheddar. Mm-hmm. And then I bake it all.
Oh.
And then we cut it.
The ham was honey ham slices from Publix.
Yeah, it's got to be honey ham slices from Publix. Because what happens is while it's cooking, that honey ham schmoozles, that's a technical word, guys, schmoozles, with the white American, it makes like this sauce. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like it becomes a condiment. It does the thing. It's the magic. And then you cut them into squares like the size of the honey ham, and you flip one on top of the other, and you have a sandwich. You cut that.
Oh God, I've got to run if she's
here.
I can't be here if she's here, Mel.
Well, look at your mom.
No.
Whoopee.
Are you really trying to send me to jail right now?
But I called them everything ham sandwiches or broiler sandwiches.
They sound amazing.
They're they're one of my gluten-free things that I would make because I use gluten-free pizza crust. I don't do them very. I haven't done them in a while because they're kind of a pain.
There's no 11 on the phone, Mel. I don't know.
Quick, what's the number for 911? I don't know.
7-Eleven?
No, that's where we drop off. That's where we go to meet our hookups because we leave our kids at home. Oh, did I say that out loud? So can we talk about that for a minute?
For what, Riverdale?
No. No, the whole digital princess thing.
Digital princess?
Okay, so there's
I don't know what that is.
She goes by Digital Princess. She got busted for leaving her 4 or 5
at
home by himself to go hook up with a guy that she met down at the road at 7-Eleven. When the cops found her, when the cops contacted her, she said she went down to 7-Eleven to go buy laundry soap.
No, she wasn't at the 7-Eleven.
No,
she said that,
Right, she wasn't there, but
She was
when
at
she
his
came
house.
back, she came back with a full-size, like half-empty thing of laundry detergent. Well,
Wearing
then,
like a black party dress, full on glam makeup and
Yeah.
hair.
so she'd go hook up with somebody, okay?
Yeah.
So she like disappears from TikTok because of all the hate that she's getting because of this, and it's deserved hate because you don't leave your 4 to 5 year old autistic child
Right.
at home by themselves. I don't care if mom lives the next street over or not. So she comes back and everybody's giving her all sorts of hate, right? And she says, well, she's going to release her statement on her OnlyFans on October 22nd at 8 p.m. Okay.
So now she's trying to make money on it too.
Oh yeah.
Right. So you go to her OnlyFans and you can't subscribe to it because OnlyFans has blocked her subscriptions. I think it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I like that some of the social media are actually taking responsibility for stuff.
Yeah.
Like TikTok,
I absolutely do agree with
kicking
that.
people off, and Facebook kicking people off. Like, no, you are not responsible with this app.
You think it? Brent says Mel. He thinks it's 8765309.
8675309.
But that's Jesse's girl's phone number. But that's also Stacy's mom, because she's got it going on.
Well, Stacey, how do you know that Stacy's mom isn't Jesse's girl?
Yeah, but do you know the area code for Dawson's Creek, or the zip code for Dawson's Creek?
No.
Hi, Blight.
I never got
90108.
90108.
90108.
Oh,
Said it was back up, but she wasn't able to make her deadline or whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. It's a simple fact that a form of social media took the initiative to understand that she was going to try to make people pay to hear her story, where she was going to defend herself against her actions, which were negligent in the first place. So they weren't going to support that.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on up, Polite.
That song stuck in my head, Mel.
You're welcome.
I don't want to wait.
See, I never got into the show, and I know people who
I've never
totally
seen
diehards about it. And I'm like, I never really got into Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
I never watched it. I know that song, though.
I've also been told not to watch Grey's Anatomy at this point because it's too far in.
I finally watched House a few years back when I was sick.
I loved House.
And it was really good.
Yeah.
Like, I can identify with so many things. Are you high? It's Tuesday.
Patients always lie, and they're stupid.
Are you high? It's Tuesday. Of course I'm high.
It's lupus.
Well, there was what was the other one? Oh, Gilmore Girls. I know Mel loves Gilmore Girls.
I did watch Gilmore Girls.
I took forever to watch it, but I ended up really liking it.
I think
I was compared to the mom so many times. I'm like, I'm not that flaky, but I do have the coffee addiction.
About the whole Gilmore Girls thing is so Jared Padalecki, who plays Sam on Supernatural, played Dean on Gilmore Girls
first.
Yep.
Then I tried to watch. Was it Picket Fences? Have you guys ever seen that? That was okay. On Charmed, the girl who played Piper. It was when she was like 16, 17 years old. She was
Holly
and it was very similar to all those things we just talked. Those rom-com.
I think I remember hearing about it, but I never watched it.
It was not.
I just finished the second season of Virgin River recently, and I'm just completely mind blown at this point.
I found another sci-fi show.
Did you?
The Expanse.
I've already watched it. I've watched all 5 seasons of it already.
Have you seen it? I just found it yesterday. I was like,
I'm still trying to watch Sons of Anarchy, but I haven't been watching anything lately because I'm either scrolling through TikTok, I'm playing on my homescapes, or I'm playing Animal Crossing. Welcome, Light.
Hi. Let's move this a little. Which way does it go? That way. Hi.
That way.
Which way do I go, George?
I completely understand. I've got so much.
So I'll come home from work and I'll put on Sons of Anarchy. All right, I'm going to watch a few episodes today, which I am a good, decent amount of the way through the first season. but like I just get distracted and then I end up pausing it, and then like 2 hours later I look up and I'm like, oh, I was supposed to be watching. If I'm gonna watch something, I have to watch it and hear it. It can't be background. I have to watch it.
You actually do have to watch it, and then you get emotionally invested in it, and then it just fucks up your whole fucking world, because I get on this emotional fucking roller coaster when I watch Sons, because I binge it at least once a year. And I have to watch every single season all in a row. There's 2 episodes.
I used to do that with Gilmore Girls and Buffy.
Okay, so
I used to do that with Buffy. I don't anymore.
2 episodes in the 5th season that I cannot watch, and it's the ones where Opie dies, and I'm just like, it's Opie's death.
I'm only on the first season.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this much about Opie. Spoiler alert: he literally gave everything up for the club. He lost his dad. He lost his life. He went to prison for the club. He lost his wife. He lost everything because of the fucking club, and it infuriates me because it was fucking Opie.
That's it. Buffy. There's one show I will never watch. I watched it the first time it came out, and I will never watch it again. Is The Body.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
That's hard for a lot of people.
I never watched Lost.
I watched all of Lost. I ate that up. It was so good, and I got the ending. And if you didn't, I can explain it to you.
From what I understand, some dude was having a dream that he won the lottery.
No, that is not what happened.
There were a lot of different viewpoints.
I thought they went to heaven. He did. Everybody waited for him so they could all go to the next life together. That's how it ended. But I was like, some of you will get this. It's like the Rainbow Road. You wait for all your family to cross at once.
With the Expanse, you're gonna pick your favorite characters, okay? Mine is Amos. I don't. He's just he gets.
Is Amos the guy who becomes the acting CEO?
No, that is Holden, and I don't like Holden with a beard. I'm just fucking saying.
I only watched the first episode. Don't kill it for me.
Okay, he grows a beard. I don't fucking like the beard.
Okay.
The beard can fucking die for all I care.
It was set. I have to say the special effects in that show are amazing.
Yes, they are.
It's just the money they must have spent.
I'm waiting for the next season.
Okay, cool. I kind of felt that way, but I had to go get my leg looked at, and I'm like, I'm not investing any more than one.
Captain Crunch chunks up the top of my roof of my mouth. I eat it and it just shreds it.
That was the Captain Crunch was the first sugary cereal I ever had, because I had it while I was working the kitchen at a girls' camp. I was 14. It was my first real job. My mom had to sign a waiver and everything for me to work, and I had that, and we ate it every morning for breakfast. I don't need to eat it anymore.
My favorite cereal, hands down, has always been Cheerios. Just Cheerios. I don't add sugar. Just Cheerios and milk.
I like Cheerios. Well, I like bananas with Cheerios.
Since I was a kid, I didn't want the sugary stuff. I wanted Cheerios.
My kids like Chex, like rice Chex. I like corn Chex. I like corn Chex. I don't like rice, but I do like corn Chex. Actually, my favorite growing up was probably Kix.
Ooh, yes.
Those were
Frosted Flakes with bananas
and honeycomb.
I ate honeycomb like it was crackers.
Mm-hmm.
Just right out of the box. That was good. You either get it or you don't. It's so true. There are 2 kinds of people in this world. Those who can extrapolate. Oh, I can speak. I swear, extrapolate.
Those who can extrapolate from incomplete data?
Yep. I don't know why I can't say that word.
It's a big word.
Big word.
Sometimes I
you
can't
were not
say
prepared.
Word. Polite, you didn't even look.
It's okay.
Well, she got a bunch of meat yesterday where I wasn't looking, or I was doing something stupid. So,
actually,
I
prepared this time. Huh?
I was trying to figure out what cereal I used to like, and I was like, Apple Schmacks? I could not remember. It's Honey Smacks?
Honey Smacks.
Oh, I did not like that.
There's Sugar Smacks and Honey Smacks.
I don't know what it was. I didn't like it at all.
Mm-hmm.
It was puff wheat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had a weird,
I can't eat them
something
anymore.
weird about it.
It's the texture. You probably didn't like the puff wheat.
I don't know. It was something in the flavor.
Oh.
I didn't like. I don't know what. I couldn't tell you what. I don't even know what the flavors are, but I didn't like it.
Understand.
Good morning, Dane. How you doing? Are you ready for the big game today?
Oh yeah.
Are you like me and completely unprepared?
I knew the assignment. I understood the assignment.
There's 10 types of people in the world. Those who understand binary and those who don't. I
love you.
do not. I know it's a bunch of ones and zeros. That's what I know.
I was just going to say, and you already killed it with calling it 10. 1-0. There were 1-0 types of people this morning.
Look.
Actually, 10 is correct.
Is it?
I fell for the 710
yeah,
when somebody told me I needed 710 for my vehicle, and I was like, "What the fuck is 710?" And then I looked at my oil lid, and I went, "Oh,
oil."
W30. 3W.
Let's see. We're up on Brent's screen. He's not in here right now.
Yeah.
I think my landlord only comes to my house on Sundays to be entertained by my yelling.
Who does?
My landlord's coming over today to work on one of the water lines, and she came over last Sunday because she had to go work on
Hi, Dane.
part of. So all of my pipes are underneath of the house, obviously, but they're in a specific area. And last year, when the polar vortex hit, our house flooded underneath, and then we didn't have plumbing for a week. But it's like they only come over on Sundays to do work. And I'm not bitching because it's only a drip. It's literally a drip, but she wants to take care of it because those are the kind of people that they are, and I appreciate the shit out of that.
And drips become floods.
Right, right. Well, and last year it was because I forgot and nobody told me to unplug the hose before the polar vortex hit, and that's why the pipes froze. And this year she was like, "Hey, I need to come work on something for the light bulb because there's a light bulb down where the plumbing's at to keep the plumbing warm during the winter." Other than the insulation.
Isolation.
So
disintegration. Sorry. Got excited.
She wanted to come change out the light bulb because we can do it, but she wanted to do it. So I was like, fine. And she wanted to run a line from the light bulb into the house to be able to turn it off and on. So we just don't leave it on all the time. And so that was last weekend. And this weekend, she wants to go work on the water lines. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. No big deal. I get it. Her husband's also National Guard. So he's only here so often. So when he's here, she likes to be able to come over and do whatever they need to do. And of course, my kitchen's a fucking wreck right now. It's really not, but I think it is.
To you,
because there's shit on my stove and there's dishes out that haven't been done. And it's probably what I'm going to do in between shows. Between this one and the RPG. So I'm going to go do my fucking... Oh, I can't do the dishes. She's going to have the water line shut off. Fuck, never mind.
Yep. Give it up, girl. Just find yourself something to snack on.
No, I've got... I can't wash my face with no water.
Well,
oh, no.
You can't. So watch that 13-minute video Brent told you to watch.
Trust and believe it will be playing. Because I'm going to transfer everything out from in here out to the living room so I can have both computers set up.
Thanks, Brent.
Hey, honey. But,
hi, Brent.
Yeah, I got to do that. And I just got all this stuff to do. But I have no kids
see, if you took the picture now, we'd have Brent in the picture, too.
I know. Darn it. Gosh darn
I'd be looking.
Dag nabbit.
And not just like... squinting at my phone screen.
To figure out how to turn off the flash on this thing. I'm not sure if I can.
Flash.
Yeah, it's
got
a
camera.
It's a little.
Oh.
And
I think super cute.
I'm taking little pictures throughout the show, and somebody's.
I
want to
see the last one you took.
It's not gonna look like anything because
I'm gonna blow my screen up, and it might. I won't be able to see the comments.
So somebody's gonna get hello. You got this.
You got this. I want to see it. Pull it up again. Oh, it's cute.
So yeah, so somebody is going to win one-of-a-kind pictures because they're not digital. They are one-of-a-kinds.
Which means they're original, and they're
and
never
one of
going to be
them's a
reproduced.
selfie, and I will sign it with today's date.
I freak out when people ask me to sign shit. Like, I've had actual people ask me, they're like, "Oh, we know you from TikTok. Can you sign this?" No, please don't make me sign. That freaks me out. I don't want to sign anything.
I got to sign
I'm not
boobs
famous
once when I was singing. It was really cool. I liked it.
But I'm not famous. I don't want to sign anything. I'm never going to be the famous that you want me to be. The only thing I'm ever going to be famous for is murdering somebody. We've discussed this before.
My one guy, one of the guys I worked with, he was a cook. He said, "One day I'm going to see you in the newspaper, and you either be dead or have killed somebody." And I'm going to say, "I worked."
Yeah. And you can't, I mean, you can get physical copies of newspapers now, but with everything going digital, it's nobody buys papers anymore.
No. Florida Today used to run right up the road from us, the building, and I think it's now like insurance or something. They don't even run out of.
I mean, go ahead.
They don't print.
Yeah, my dad used to work for the Daily Press. He was a print master, and that was his trade. And then they laid everybody off, and now he works at Philip Morris and makes cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, don't get me wrong. Like
Go ahead.
Salina has an actual newspaper building where they actually they print out newspapers and they sell them, but like they don't sell nearly as many as they used to before the digital age came around.
One of my first jobs after high school was I worked it's called stuffing papers. And you know, when you get in the Sunday paper, it have all the ads that were specific to your area. That's done by hand. And it's not a fun job. It sucks, but it paid good. I mean, for my age and lack of experience doing stuff. And thank God I got into modeling right after that. Oh my God. But I was doing a lot of artwork back then, and I actually did get to do a couple of ads, and one was for Leapin' Lizard Tires. I'll never forget that. So I got to draw this iguana with its tail wrapped around a tire. It was pretty cool.
That's fun.
I have it somewhere. I don't know where, but I do have a copy of it somewhere. But in I can't remember the name of the town. In the middle of nowhere, Michigan.
There's a lot of little nowhere in the middle of nowhere towns in Michigan.
Oh yeah, there are. Like if you can find Beulah, Michigan, you're a rock star.
You have to call it a
Google Maps for that.
People like drive right past it because all it is.
Do you have to call it a few times first? Beulah.
Yeah.
Beulah.
I think he's sick. I heard he gave his kidney away. Saved the life. That was fun. Do you know he was almost he almost did Back to the Future instead of Michael J. Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that have been weird?
That
movie was made for Michael J. Fox, I tell you.
It really was.
It was a really, I like all three of them. I have all three of them. I watch them all the time.
I'm not a fan of the third one.
Oh,
really?
It just didn't sit right with me.
I enjoy it, and I like the ending.
My favorite one is the second one for some reason.
That's not uncommon, actually. You know that all the fast food places had a bidding war to be the last fast food place in the future, and Taco Bell won.
Oh, I bet. That would have been a huge bidding war.
And when you watch it, the 3D Jaws is so sad compared to what we could do nowadays. It's so sad. So exciting. So exciting. Okay, go back down. It's too exciting. You got muted, honey.
You're muted, babe.
There we go. He wanted to come up, and he's not feeling good. Okay, come here.
You get up on your own.
You want to come up? Nope, he's gonna sit under my desk, so I'll be back here. But he's not feeling good, so Brent's using my mortar and pestle and crushing up Pepto. We give them Pepto cheese.
Yeah, that's actually
it works.
Yeah.
As long as they lick it, they get some Pepto in them.
Yep.
I tried giving the cats calming treats the other day, and apparently I need to take the bag and put it in cat food, or put cat food in the bag so it smells like the cat food, because otherwise they don't want nothing to do with it. Even after I crumbled it up, they don't want nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they know it's a trap.
Where'd he go?
I don't care. They need to calm the fuck down.
I love ferrets. They're like the goddess's answer to a natural slinky, but they stink.
All covered
It doesn't matter how much
in
they
cheese.
they stink.
I lost my poor meatball
when somebody
I was singing that the other day.
I haven't thought of that song in a while.
Where the fuck is Jimmy? Mass is 2 shows in a row. I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah.
He probably fell asleep. Oh no, is he moving?
Oh
might be
no,
getting
he
ready
said
to
he
move.
might have found. Did he find a house, or did he might have found a house?
He got a house.
No, he knows. Yeah.
They got the house, but I don't know if he's
Okay,
moving. He might
okay,
be
but
moving.
even while you're moving, you can put your phone on YouTube. It's not that hard. You can listen.
Poor doll
Even
is
if
at
you-
work
or
wishing
fake
she
it.
was here.
Yeah,
Oh.
she wants to be here.
Who the fuck is that? Oh. Oh.
He's just under there. I have to put that blanket back up, but I know he's so sad. Oh, now he's got his ears up. Here's your dad. Pepto cheese.
Pepto cheese.
You didn't crush it? Oh, got it.
So,
No.
my cats all have very strange tastes. Like, I can't have string cheese without giving any to Sushi, because he has to have it.
That's how my
Wasabi
dog is.
likes Colby Jack.
I love Kobe Jack. Wasabi and me
I
are
do
like
too.
soulmates.
Kobe Jack is good.
Kobe Jack's my favorite.
But Ducky, he don't like cheese. You know what this fucker likes?
Chicken.
Well, besides chicken, they all like chicken. They all like bacon.
Oh.
They all like beef.
Meat.
Your dog likes carrots. My
Yeah.
dog. Oh, we had a dog growing up who liked carrots. No. Ducky is definitely a fat kid at heart. It's potato chips and French fries.
Mm.
I can't have him in the house, and I can't have pizza in the house either because he tries to eat the crust.
Oh, he's a carb boy.
I was at a friend's house one time,
He's a
and we
lucky
were
boy.
having pizza, and the cat ran up, snatched a piece of pizza off the coffee table, and ran behind the couch with it. An entire slice of pizza.
Legitimately, if I'm making even when I make keto pizza, if I put it in the oven, or if we go when Justin's home and we go to Papa John's or not Papa John's. Oh shit, hold on guys. Papa Murphy's. The cat will sit in front of the oven and cry until the pizza's done, and then cries because he doesn't get any. I'll be right back.
Aw. Yeah, if I have string cheese, then I have to give some to the dog.
I don't
String
share my
cheese goes
food with
fast in
animals
our
very
house.
often. I grew up with working dogs. We didn't give them table scraps, and if we did, it was outside in a bowl. So I'm not used to that. And my mom's had a few dogs since I've grown,
Mm-hmm.
and these last two, the one that she had before and the one she has now, she lets them get up on the furniture, which is weird.
Yeah.
She let them lay under the table while we're eating. When I was a kid, my dog had to be in the living room laying down, not making a noise. He had to be on his pillow. And he knew.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, he'd bring his bowl. He'd go pick up his bowl and bring it and set it by my feet.
I had a friend who fed her dog chips from her mouth.
No. Oh,
She
my
would
God.
put a chip on her lips and
Mhm.
bend over, and the dog would jump up and grab the chip.
Oh. That's cute.
Yes, but also gross.
That's so gross.
Well,
yeah. Dog's
the
mouths are
problem
gross.
with me is because I work with.
Well, they're not. They're actually very clean. But anyway,
I work so many working
Still
dogs
gross.
that if their mouth gets near it, they can bite it. You know,
Mhm.
so you didn't let the dog lick you anywhere.
I don't like dog
absolutely
licks or cat licks. I don't like to be licked by
no
pets.
kisses.
No.
It's gross. We're very, very, like I said, if they got scraps, it was like slopping pigs. You went outside and threw it all in one big bowl and they could fight over it out there.
Yeah.
And you let them fight it out. That was one of those weird things when I moved in with hubby before we were married. He had 2 dogs, big. They're chow mixes. They were good sized dogs, with medium big, not quite large, but close. And but they're chows, so they could get into it every now and then. They're brothers. They've never been separated since the womb, So every now and then they get into it. And he'd go out there and grab them by the scruff of the necks and tear them apart from each other. And I'm like, mm-mm. The only time we ever got in the middle of a dog fight is if it started getting bloody and then we turned the hose on them.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you stayed out of it. It's not your. I'm not in the pecking order. I'm top dog. It don't matter. No matter what, I'm in charge.
The fuck did I just walk in on?
I'm alpha puppy.
I may or may not have advised Doll to put Visine in her coworker's coffee.
Why?
Honey?
May or may not have done that.
Don't
For
use
legal
too
reasons, this is a joke.
Yeah. Absolutely a joke.
It's actually an April Fool's prank that many people do. It's evil.
Yeah, you want to shit everything in your system out.
Yep. That's what happens when you drink saline.
And if you drink too much of it, it can possibly kill you.
Well, that's why we just do a little Visine, not a whole thing of contact solution. We don't brew the coffee with a contact solution, okay?
Oh boy.
Yeah, that would clean out a system too well.
I had to
Just a couple of drops. Don't go crazy. That's right. Let's not kill anybody. No murder.
Run outside and unlock the gate and didn't realize I needed a hoodie when I went out there. And I was out there in flip-flops and it was cold and it's cold outside, man.
It's cold.
It's cold.
It's cold here too. It's like 75 degrees.
You're so funny, Vixie.
It's currently 55 degrees here in Kansas and windy.
Now, though.
We were supposed to get some thunder boomers. However, apparently the thunder boomers are blowing over with the wind.
Oh.
Our high for today is 63 degrees. Our low is 37.
Oh, I took. Yeah, it's 82 now.
Hey, Brent, do me a favor.
81.
Oh, I just asked him to
send me
put
the
my
links
sign up.
again, so I don't have to dig through everything.
I can get him to get you those.
Excuse me. I can get him to get you those.
I looked at that. I looked at the keyboard that Brent has. I actually looked at that one before hubby said I could have my steampunk one.
Yeah, ours are
the glowies.
Ours do the thing. Yeah.
My of course it's only gonna go red now. It goes different colors when it's sitting idle. It goes green and purple and blue.
Mel's probably does too.
What?
Doesn't yours do different colors too?
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be here today, so yay.
Mine's a red rock. Mine's a red rock gaming.
But mine's
Red
white.
Rock gamer.
I went
Look,
to
it was
go
$10.
unmute my thing, but mine's pretty.
Yeah, I'm not all that fancy yet.
I got a wired one. I'm sick of the Bluetooth.
Was it the links to the campaign or the stuff that you
videos
wanted
me to watch?
Okay, yeah, the
videos.
videos.
Good morning, Muriel.
Good morning.
The videos you wanted her to watch.
So I can play them while I'm doing stuff and try to half-ass listen.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to pretend like she's doing the homework.
Yeah, because I'm that kid that either doesn't turn in the homework or does it last minute.
Look, Cherry. Now, Brent is not here to defend himself, but he worked very hard on that. And
I know he did. And I appreciate every bit of his effort, but do we not remember the fact that I was trying to not have a nervous breakdown last week?
That's right.
Well, then distract yourself with a 13-minute video.
I was.
He posted.
Okay.
Just for all you who don't know us, just in case, we love Cherry and we're making fun of her. We're not actually mean.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of the fact that I almost had a nervous breakdown, okay? Because I truly almost did. And I have...
We're not making fun of that, though, because that was traumatic.
It's just because I'm the kid that is always, like, trying to be prepared for everything, and this I was completely unprepared because I just didn't have the fucking time.
Yeah.
The only thing I did was not tell her that I was going to the hospital.
Yeah, she waited until last minute to tell me so I wouldn't freak out.
And so she would still go on the truck.
Yeah.
Because I know her. She would have been, okay, I'm not going on the truck. I'm
if
Vicky
would have
host
told me,
all, I'm going to host all the...
And I'd have been like, no, I'll stay home. It's fine.
I'm staying home. I'm hosting all... I knew she would say that. So I'm like, oh, wait. Hubby and I already had it all planned, but I'm going to wait to tell everybody. Because I knew she'd do that. I waited till she was on the truck.
No, you didn't. Oh, wait, you did wait to tell me that you were going to the hospital like a couple of hours before I got on the truck.
No, I was close.
Yeah. But regardless, I still could have done it from the truck, obviously, because I was on while I was on the truck. But, like, had you said I have to go to the hospital, I totally would have been like, Justin, I'm staying home.
I know.
But
I knew that.
But it was better for you to be on the truck, and then you were a little bit distracted.
Well, it was more of a distraction for me to be on the truck so that I wouldn't... And it wasn't... I still had the same amount of anxiety. I just had something to... Because what's going on is I freaked out because I went down a rabbit hole the other night watching TikToks on the new... it's not a new haircut. It's called the wolf cut. It's basically a shag. Which is basically what I have. So I went into the bathroom to go find out how much I would actually have to take off to 100% have this haircut. And I found that I have a bald spot on the side of my head, which I was unaware of, which freaked me out. And here's why. Everybody who has died in my family biologically has had cancer in their system when they die. It's not a question of if it's going to happen. It's a question of when. And I've also had a really big hormone shift to where I am now on period number 5 in 10 weeks. So something is obviously going on with me. And I need to have it checked. And I eventually will get around to getting checked. But now I'm going to shave the side of my head because I want to cover up the spot. Because, I can cover it with my hair, but I know it's there. So I've got to do something about it to put my mind at ease. So that was the cause of the whole nervous breakdown. That's why I was, like, severely off last week. And I apologize for not opening up about that, but I just didn't know how to.
You have to deal with it the way that is right for you and don't apologize for it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's yours.
And I didn't want to sound like a hypochondriac either, but literally when you face the fact that everybody in your family that you're biologically related to has had cancer when they die, that's the first place your brain goes to. And it's not a fun place to be. So Justin, in all of his amazingness, said, hey, I'm going to Colorado. And I don't know if it's because he wanted me out of the house so I wouldn't sit there on this and fester on it, or if it's because he wanted to keep an eye on me to make sure that I was going to be okay, or what. But he said, hey, we're going to Colorado. It's a day trip. Come with me. So he set everything up to where I didn't have to worry about anything, including the kid. And we went. And then we almost didn't make it home the night we were supposed to make it home. But we made it home. So, yeah. So on other notes.
But Mel has buttons
my brother
now.
Back.
Say that again?
She has messaging her brother back, and Mel has buttons. Muttons.
Button. I heard my brother's a button.
Oh.
That's why I was like, can I hear that again, please? I was confused.
My brother sent me this thing from BioWare. It's Mass Effect. It's a Mass Effect hoodie that I wanted, and it's back on, and I'm like, I need to get it. I have to buy it.
That's so cool.
I know. I'm excited. I just bought a bunch of other stuff from them. I need to stop funding them.
I gotta buy the kids. I'm getting the kids Planet Flipside hoodies.
Nice.
So
it's gonna be fun.
Christmas. Yeah. I know the youngest will love it. I don't know about the other two, but I know the youngest will love it.
Well, you would have been alone, Muriel.
Yeah, nobody was doing it. It was one of those. There was no one to be on, or we would have figured something out. Or it would have been
Mel
you
was at work
Ann.
and everybody else was scattered.
Not sure she would want to run her.
That is one thing I really couldn't be here for because I work till 5 and makeup table starts at 4.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, a lot of times makeup table gets ditched if anything goes wrong.
That just means I get to sleep in.
And mostly it's because of when it's on. It has nothing to do with it's the makeup table. It's when it's on.
Yeah.
Because it's such a early in our day. So, but I try really hard not to have that happen. And I've had it happen a lot this month. But
well, if it even comes down to you gotta cancel
careful.
it and I have nothing to do, I have no problems running it by myself. It's not a big deal.
I know. It's just been a crazy couple of weeks.
It's been a crazy couple of months.
Well, yeah, but this past month has been extra supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So it's crazy.
But we shall
persevere.
Push on. Yeah. Persevere.
Yeah, because supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You killed it.
What Mel said.
I did. So
now, of course, when I go to shave the side of my head,
okay, there, I got it right.
And I go to Justin's mom's house next time, she's going to be like, oh, you shaved your head again?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, your eyes are working today?
I love getting that one.
So the fun thing is like she has been very passive aggressive with me for the last, I don't know, out of the last almost 6 years, like 5 of them. So like the last year and a half, she's tried to be nice, and I appreciate that because I try to be nice to her too. And sometimes she like she'll catch herself doing a sideways comment and she'll stop herself, and then I'll just look at her and smile, and I'm going, yeah, I caught that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten to the point now where she'll say something like, at our house, if you want junk food, you have to ask for it because I have somebody who doesn't understand limitations.
Yeah.
So when we go to grandma's house, you need to ask for that. Oh, no, it's grandma's house. He doesn't have to ask for that. All right, fine. Well, when he gets all sugared up and he turns into an asshole, when he gets home, he's coming right the fuck back here so you can deal with him.
Yep.
And the first time I told her that, she about sat the fuck down. She was like, oh, shit, Cherry's sticking up for herself now. Because normally,
okay, I do believe in my house, my rules, but at the same time, your kid, your rules.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. And granted, I understand that she had him full time for a certain extended period of time, and I have had him for about the same amount of time, but I enforce my fucking rules.
Right.
Mm-hmm. He lives with you. Mm-hmm. Trucker put you in charge.
Yep.
Not her.
Well, up until
my house, my rules, fine. Right. But my kid, my rules, unless it's breaking one of your rules.
There was an issue with cutting the cord for a 30-plus-year-old man up until I finally said, you need to cut the fucking cord. You cannot parent your fucking son who is a parent.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I feel that.
It's been an adventure, right, and it's fine. I'm used to it at this point. She's the stereotypical mother-in-law, and I'm okay with it because, well, now I fire back, and she's like, oh, I can't do this anymore. So it's okay. It's not a big deal. But when she pops off and, oh, you shaved your head again. Yeah, I did. And I'm going to tell her exactly why. And she's going to feel like an asshole.
No, you just say, oh, I'm glad you like it. And then what can she say to that without being an asshole?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was funny when I shaved it completely and I dyed it hot pink. She was like, oh, your hair is very pink. And I was like, and I absolutely fucking love it.
Yes, it is.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
I love the isn't it pretty thing? Because when I had that bright purple hair, everybody was like, it's purple. I'm like,
that's
right?
When you just play dumb.
Color,
right?
That's when you play dumb. And then if they want to take it further, then they can't deny they're being an asshole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and so when I was actively doing hair in a salon, a billion years ago, I had bleached the entirety of my head out and I was doing all sorts of fun colors and whatnot. And Pravana makes a really pretty, it's the Pravana Chrome Vivids. They make a really pretty violet. It's what I use in my hair. And I did my whole head that color. And I had more people tell me it looked more like a natural color on me than any other color that even came out of my own head. Yeah. So And I've always been I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about my fucking hair. It's my fucking head. You don't have to. If you don't finance, fuck, or feed me, fuck your opinion.
My mom hasn't really looked at my hair since I cut it all off. She glanced at it and told me it was crooked. But that's all she'd seen. But she was looking at it yesterday while we were at the hospital. She goes, "You have a lot of gray hair. You have more gray hair than I do." I said, "I know. I just wish it would finish." just because my
smart ass would have been like, "Yeah, I have more gray hair than you do because I have to deal with you."
Yeah. But my great grandmother, she went stark white. I mean, white. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Except for her widow's peak, it stayed black until the day she died at 103.
My mama.
I want mine to do
dyed
that.
her hair until it went completely white. And after she went completely white, the first quarter inch of her growth was black as night and then went white. So she consistently had this. I told her, I said, "Mama, you're not supposed to dye just your roots." She said, "I'm not dyeing it." She said, "This is how it grows out." I said, "You're a fucking liar." And she said, "No, ma'am, I am not."
I am not.
I said, "You're not." That's how her hair grew.
So
I
weird.
said, "Son of a bitch."
Well, and I don't want to be that old lady who has that half dyed with 3-inch white roots. I don't want to be that lady. I don't like that look. I'm not saying that y'all can't pull it off. I'm saying I don't want to.
My mom used to have dark hair, and her hair grows out white, but like she tried to grow it out, and it got to about here, and she was just like, "I can't do this. People are just looking at me like I am just the scum of the earth. I can't do this. People treat me differently. I'm going to just go back to dyeing it." So I've been helping her get her roots. I miss a couple spots every now and then, but she has really thick hair. I didn't get that, unfortunately.
I have very thick hair. Mine is thinned out over the years. Now that I've gotten older,
I have the thinnest, finest hair you've ever seen.
No, you do.
Oh no, I guarantee you, I've seen finer because you actually look like I've dealt with hair where it's so fine and so
it looks like they don't have
that
hair.
it's almost clear.
Yeah,
like you have hair, Mel. I can see that.
But yours
I was
thin.
investigating the spot
I've
the other
seen you
day.
put it in the bow. It's so cute when you put it in the little bow. I love it.
And the funny thing
I have like this much hair. Not even that much.
So when I was investigating, I was actually looking at this spot, and there is alopecia there, so there is baldness there.
Mm-hmm.
But what's really funny is what's growing out is all white.
Oh,
that's cool.
It is, but at the same time, I always said if I went gray, I wanted to go gray in the front so I could have a strip like Rogue, and that's where I wanted it.
Yeah.
Well, that's where we all want
it. On the side of my fucking head.
Well, you know, there's a famous designer, clothing designer, whose name just fell completely out of my head. And she has one of those. She has one that grows out of the side of her head. She has jet black hair with this white chunk.
Is it that lady from, what's it called? How to Dress or something?
She was in Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
She's an actual designer. She's not an actress. That's why she didn't say anything in the whole movie. The whole 3 scenes she's in. That's why. Because she's an actual designer.
This is all the hair I got. This is it.
This is all my hair.
This is all my hair. That's it.
I've seen thinner.
It's crazy.
But
that's all I got.
So people can actually have birthmarks in what cosmetologists refer to as birthmarks in your hair.
Oh yeah,
and it's where I can have a complete black head of hair and then have like a streak of white that won't take to color, won't take to chemicals. Period. That's an actual birthmark in your hair.
Yeah,
not on your scalp, but in your.
I knew a girl who was a calico.
Oh,
she was naturally a calico. She looked like a calico cat.
Fun.
It was the coolest thing. She hated it. She could not color correct. Nothing would fix it. And I thought it was the most. I used to tell her all the time, I think it's the most beautiful thing. I just thought she was so beautiful. She had black and red and white, and it was just beautiful.
I can't.
Orange color. It was pretty. I liked it.
No.
But her eyebrows were white.
Can't do it. See?
I can't do it.
So
because you trained yourself not to.
Stupid camera.
Stupid camera.
But no, I think just go ahead.
Sorry, I have a blonde. This is all blonde. It looks like my hairline's receding, but there's hair there. You know, it's all blonde though, but it's not white. So
I have my baby hair.
The other side doesn't do it.
I have every color of hair on my
Bothering
head.
me now.
And it's funny because, like, I've always been very dark-headed my whole life. Okay, which is, by the way, Muriel, that is very common.
Especially if you're girls.
I part my hair this way on purpose. Covers my back.
Well, I can cover it because it's back here, and it's not a big deal. But I know it's there, so it's annoying me. But when I looked at the pictures that I had taken of the spot, like, I had realized my hair is progressively lightening out as I'm aging because it's growing out like this light. It's not a dirty blonde. It's like 2 shades darker than a dirty blonde, but it's not as dark as it used to be.
When I was younger, mine was a very much a dark amber, like a black cherry color when I was young, and now it's kind of like a mousy brown.
Yeah, like I'm in between dirty blonde and mousy brown. And I'm like, oh,
I'm between dark and brown and mousy brown somewhere.
I dyed my hair for a long time, but then when it really started thinning out even more, I was like, okay, no more.
No more. Yeah, you could have lost.
Well, and the thing very well could be because of the medical shit that you do have going on, Mel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, 100%. Yeah.
100%. And Myrtle,
just like I know for the simple fact of I have a hormone imbalance, and that's why mine is deciding that it's just going to randomly fall the fuck out. And it's not like it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Male pattern baldness runs in the female genes. Just so you know. That's when men get it, they got it from their mother, not from their father.
That actually that has been scientifically debunked. It comes from either side. It does not come from one specific side. Yes.
Huh.
It's been debunked within the last 5 years.
That's why I learned that in school.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Because they taught me that in beauty school. They were like, if it comes from it's male pattern baldness, it comes from the mother side. And then I dug a whole lot deeper than that, and I found articles where it states that it's not just the mother side anymore. It could be either side.
So it's a recessive gene?
Yeah. Like, hold on, guys.
I got my
now
dad's
you've
mom's
discovered
hair.
wigs.
Wigs are fun.
I got a new wig from Walmart for $10. It's called the Bad Fairy wig, and it came in. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to practice my styling skills.
Yeah. I need to get a styling head because all my wigs have been in a container. Since I moved for almost a year.
Yeah, I tell you, that styling wig that I got or head is just wonderful. I didn't realize how much that made everything so much easier. I can't even explain. So, and I'm like, unlike, I know Doll styles hers on her head. I can't do that.
It's hard.
Because I feel like I'm going to pull it right off every time I'm doing it. Because when my natural hair was long, I'm not gentle. I'm just not gentle.
Oh, I am, because I don't have any. Like, I'm not. I'm
evil. I'm evil. Like, people cringe when they see me brush my long hair. Like, oh my God, stop. Just stop. And when I braid real tight. So it'd stay in. Your mom loves your wigs? Oh, that's cool. My mom loves my wigs. My mom's bought me a few wigs, actually.
I'm happy with my mother.
Yeah. He's all polite, and he's like, I want to rub Polite's head. I'm going to shave my own.
It's fuzzy now. It's actually grown up quite a bit.
Yeah.
I also have a cowlick over here.
He has one right in the middle. He's got a spiral one right here, so I had to go back with the things.
If it's in the back of his head, that's actually called a whorl, and that's where your hair starts growing in utero. Everybody has one.
His and the kids,
and it could be anywhere along the back of the head.
Like, they're amazingly huge. Both him and the boys. I don't think Esme has it. Esme looks more like me.
Every single human being on the face of the planet has one.
Right, but they're different sizes.
Yeah.
His is like almost the whole back of his head.
He just had a really big growth pattern when he was in utero then.
And so does the oldest. He has that same thing. Who got his curls all shaved off today too. His curls were down to his shoulders, and he's happy. He doesn't
have to worry about it. It's not getting in his way.
He doesn't get in his way and stuff. And of course, He would never let me pull it back in a ponytail or anything like that.
Oh, that's
really
sweet,
tight.
Myrtle.
It was really
Muriel.
Well, the landlord's not coming over to do the
Damn
water
it.
today because it's starting to rain out. So he's going to come. They're going to come over and do it tomorrow because it's him and her.
oh, that's cool.
So I can get shit done while I'm listening to these videos.
Oh, the wigs, yeah.
That's
I used to have really long hair. This was me in 6th grade. Oh, can you see it? It goes
Yeah,
down
I
to my
can see
elbow.
all
the hair
it is,
anyway.
It's not. There we go.
There you go.
Sort of. That's 6th grade. That's as long as my hair was. And then I chopped it all off. I got like a bob. It was so great.
This last time when I just cut my hair, I was sitting on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Because
where
when I had
was
my
the
braids,
last
they
time I
were down
chopped
to
mine off.
here, braided.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'd
watched
let
her
mine-
cut her hair one time, and she cut off like 6 to 8 inches or something, and it was like, but it still looks.
When
When
just
mine
as
gets
long.
past my shoulder blades, I literally chop off like 18 inches a year. Because I'll chop 6
Oh,
inches
yeah.
off at a time.
I didn't even blink when I chopped them
Mm-mm.
off. I did that video when I chopped my hair off because mine grows about mine's already growing out.
Yeah,
grow
It's
about
already to the
3/4
point where I'm like,
inch Now, on a standard level, people's hair, yes, it's going to vary because people are different. But
mhm.
on a standard level, people's hair grows about 1/2 inch a month. Sometimes it'll grow less, sometimes it'll grow more because it depends on what phase your hair is. And you have 3 different phases. You have your anagen, telogen, and catagen. We can get into it, but we would definitely go over on that.
I was just gonna say we only have 4 minutes. There's no way.
Right.
very rare.
But you have your growing, your resting, and your dying phase because your hair, anything after the first 2 inches of your hair is no longer alive. It's just
Right.
dead weight. But I've also known people to tell me that their hair grows because that's how they get split ends, is that's their hair growing. No, honey, that's not your hair
No.
growing. That's your hair dying.
It's damage.
Yeah.
That's why you have all those products, the heat protector and UV protector
Right.
and stuff like that.
Right. But even the products that say they repair your split ends, they don't. They
They
just mend
don't.
them back together until you wash your hair again.
That's why I used to get mine
really bad
trimmed
ones.
all the time. I used to get like a 1/2 inch trim all the
Mhm.
time because
They used to twist mine and then cut the sides.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen people burn their split ends off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done that, but I've seen it. You know what I used to
I've
do
seen-
before? I've
You
actually
would
twisted
not
and
believe
used
the way that
nail
I've
clippers.
seen hair being cut before. I've seen it cut with knives. I've seen it cut with butcher knives. I've seen
Fire.
it cut with
Mhm.
swords, with fire, with razors.
Thank you,
I mean,
TikTok.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
no, this was prior to TikTok. This was
Prior to
before.
shows.
This is when
There
I
are
got
hair
into doing
shows.
hair.
There are
Uh-huh.
hair shows where they do this stuff way before
Mhm.
the internet even was a thing. I was in a show once and my uncle said, I'm going to cut off all your hair. And I said, how much are you paying me?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm modeling right now. How much are you paying me? So he just did that. That's what I did the Eon flux. It was stacked
Mhm.
on
Oh,
the back, like
right.
up to
Yeah.
the
It's called an
crown.
angled pop.
Yeah, and then it comes up.
I
It
always
came
wanted
up
that.
almost to my boobs.
It's one of my favorite haircuts, honestly. But the funny thing is like most people, when you get that, you go up to your occipital bone and then you cut
Yeah.
down. You bring everything forward and you cut
Yeah.
it that way. However, mine, when I start mine, I shit you not, I have to start it way up here because I want that shit to cut people.
Yeah, mine was almost to my crown, and I
Mhm.
wanted
Like I
it
start mine at the base of my crown and then I
Yeah.
bring it down.
because I wanted to cut my face because I have a round face, so I wanted to stay on
Right.
that angle. And I like extreme haircuts, and that's when I went real purple, like
Mm-hmm.
orchid with a blue booster, purple.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love that haircut. It went over well too. With all the job, I was doing like the no hate campaign and bodies are beautiful.
Break my back.
What? Wait a minute. What is that? What are you using?
What do you mean? Banners.
She's over and she's
Oh.
doing the banners.
It's a new banner. Oh, it's the non-moving one. I usually use the.
It's
tick.
not a ticker, it's a banner.
I'm like, what are you using? I don't use them as much as I used to because I forget. I have other things to do, and I forget.
Right?
So, everyone, thank you for coming. I hope you had a good time. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
This was a really great show.
Fun.
Share it with your friends. Tell your friends to come follow us because subscribe. hit that notification bell because we are growing by leaps and bounds. We have new shows coming out. In fact, we have a new show coming out today at 1:00. It's RPG Tavern and D&D. Brentley's going to be
I'm going to be a shit show, and I apologize beforehand.
It's okay. It's your game too. You do whatever you want.
It's okay.
It's a role play game.
It's adults playing pretend with rules. So that's what I always tell people. They're like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "Did you not play pretend when you were a kid?" I played. That was like our best game when I was a kid. It was play pretend. What are you doing? We're going to go play pretend. What does that mean? We're going to go play pretend.
Right? Like when I
how do you not know what that is?
Doing? And I'm like, I'm LARPing. They're like, what the fuck? I'm live action role playing.
Actually,
playing? Yes.
Most people called it, most of my friends, a lot of them, they called it pretend because I couldn't say pretend.
Oh,
pretend. Let's play pretend.
Pretend.
I told Justin that I was doing this, and he was like, he looks at me and he said something very derogatory, and every time he says it, I yell at him for it because he calls D&D dicks and dildos.
And then there's always the movie Monsters and Mazes if you want to get a kick out. This was one of the things that people were freaking out when D&D came out.
Oh yeah.
Well, I told him, I said it's something I've never done and I've always wanted to do, but Mom said it was the devil and I wasn't allowed to do it, and I didn't think about doing it when I was an adult, so now I'm gonna fucking do it.
That's right, and it's fun, and you're gonna enjoy it. I know you are. And so we'll see you guys in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got dishes and shit to do before this because I don't have much time to do shit today.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys in an hour. Have a lovely day. Have a lunch. Bye.
Lunch. Oh, gosh.
It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.